The style of negotiation that I'm going to be talking about is the Flying Eagle Campgrounds, where I was the buyer, and then I was negotiating with Queen's Landing Barbecues over the grills that would be installed at the campsite. What was interesting about this negotiation was that it was a digital negotiation, where there were distinct advantages and distinct disadvantages that occurred during the negotiation. The advantages being that you were able to cool off, you had the ability to edit your thoughts before presenting them, and then you were able to strategize openly. The disadvantages being that you weren't able to see the nonverbal cues, so you weren't able to know if the other party was in agreement or not. The frustrating waiting for the other party to respond became quite an issue. And then the responses for building up made things quite anxious. What I think I did well in this negotiation was that I was able to foster a relationship outside of the negotiation itself. So when it comes to doing business for the campgrounds outside of the U.S., we were able to partner so that not only were they installed in the U.S., but they were going to be installed worldwide with my campgrounds. That basically means that the negotiation was an integrative style, basically meaning that we both won. There was no clear winner, there was no clear loser, and we were able to create new value, which being the partnership outside of the U.S. With the barbecue grills in our campgrounds. I will say another strength was the fact that I was able to multitask with it being digital negotiation and emailing back and forth. I was able to negotiate multiple terms in one email, so that it kind of sped up the process so that nobody was really waiting too long or was pressed on time. I say my disadvantages were that I was going off of a squeaky wheel bias to where I wasn't really trying to foster any kind of like relationship with the other party, just really going at it aggressively just to get what I needed out of the deal. It didn't hinder the negotiation, but I do think it was a disadvantage on my part. And then the other disadvantage on my part, I believe, was that I shown my resistant points too early, just being that it was a digital negotiation and we were already frustrated on how long it was taking to respond. I think that I showed my resistant points too early during the negotiation.